All right.
Well, hello there. Carol Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And I am super excited today because we are gearing up for a very special event that we are hosting along with Angie Snowball Thompson of Living in America coming up next week, March 8th through the 12th. A very special program to celebrate International Women's Day. It will be a week-long celebration. And so I have a very special guest today. Her name is Nishat Siddiqui. She is a personal chef with Nishat's Kitchen. And I had the privilege of meeting Nishat, I'm going to say it must have been 20 plus years ago, while living in Rome, Italy. We were both expats and our paths crossed. Our kids were going to the same international school. And I just absolutely fell in love with Nishat. I think everyone did, by the way. And she has just achieved some amazing feats over the last years since she repatriated back to the USA. And you know what? We're here to really celebrate the special women in our lives. And I just want to say that, and it's something you'll hear me say over and over. So excuse me if I sound like a broken record, but I always say surround yourself with brilliance, and I do. And that expat friends are friends for life. They're longtime friends. So please help me welcome Nishat Siddiqui with Nishat's Kitchen. Hello, Nishat.
Hi, Carol. Oh my God, it's great to see you. And thank you for the wonderful introduction. And I'm so happy to be here. I was so looking forward to this and being part of International Women's Day, which is coming up,
Yes.
and remembering the good old days of Rome together, where every Women's Day we would have some kind of a get together with a coffee morning or a lunch
Yes.
or a dinner. And I really miss that.
I
And
do too.
so when we are done with COVID, come on down and eat at Nisha's Kitchen on the house. I love to cook for you guys.
Well, let me just say, I know Todd and I enjoyed so many special dinner parties when we were living in Rome with your special Indian cooking. And you are a phenomenal instructor and teacher as well, and personal chef. So yes, I'm going to say yes to that invitation. That would be awesome.
Definitely. I'm going to look forward to that. And, I miss everybody from Rome, but I think a couple of us have managed to stay together in touch. And I've been also lucky to have a few friends that I knew from Rome come visit, and I've gone to visit them. Especially Vicky, who's always, keeping in touch. And in fact, she's a big fan of Indian food, and I went to visit her in Florida not too long ago before COVID. And the first thing she said, "Can you cook dinner tonight, please? I'm going to invite some friends. They
Oh,
love Indian food." And I said, hey, I thought I'm here on a break. But, with cooking, it goes everywhere. And you want to cook for the people you love and you care
yeah.
for. So I was delighted to cook, except the shopping part was a headache, which was also a lot of fun getting all the ingredients. She lives in the Key West area, but we managed. So,
Right.
yes. So, anyway, but I think that cooking classes keep on going. I mean, I can still do a Zoom cooking class or I can do a small group cooking class. But because of COVID, the cooking classes at other locations, like I used to do at Whole Foods, and also other events have sort of taken a break because of COVID. But obviously, hoping they would continue.
Right, right. And totally understandable. Well,
Yeah.
Nisha, I know your passion for cooking, uh, I mean, stems from years ago. Share with
Yes.
us how you really got started. I know you were offering cooking classes and doing personal, intimate like dinner parties in Rome, Italy, and now
Yes.
you're back in the USA. You've repatriated. I'm trying to think, was it like 15 years ago, about the same
Yes.
time that Todd and I did as well?
Exactly.
And but how you got started with launching your company and your business, I
Right,
think your story is incredible,
right.
and would love for you to share that journey with us.
Sure, of course. You know, when I moved to Maryland, we live in a kind of Bethesda, Maryland area, I would say about 13 years ago. I really didn't go into cooking right then and there. I was working, but down the road, I would say maybe 7 years ago, my husband, Jamie, he had a very serious heart attack. And, he loves to eat too, and he's a very good cook himself. And I remember being in the hospital taking care of him. The doctors told me that, you know what, you'll have to change his diet habits as well, because not just medicines and rehab. And I said, he loves Indian food and, all kinds. And they said, well, to do modify it, do whatever you have to do. So I gave it some serious thought and I started making recipes without the fat and the oil and the butter. All take out all the delicious stuff, of course, but keep the spices. Try to use gluten free products, organic products. And I don't think Jamie noticed the change of the taste because the food was still tasted to him the same. However, I am the only one who knew I took out most of the, let's say, the heavy duty ingredients which are not good for health. And I was just cooking for him, but then I was approached by a kind of a program for empowered women. I started attending those to get some ideas what I could do with my talents and with my time. And one of the founders of Empowered Women asked me that I think my talent is giving cooking classes or pursue a career in cooking, because she had asked me to cook for her event even before I started the business. And so, again, you have to get all kinds of licenses. Believe me, there's a whole book of a thick book that you have to get through in order to have a cooking business, especially here in Maryland. They have very strict laws and all kind of food licenses. And because I love food with a passion, I love to cook. I said, I'll go for it. I'll do it. So I went through the whole licensing part, getting myself certified, and also I did the business course. So I am ready for clients. And then came Nishat's Kitchen. I said, I have to give it my name. And the reason for Nishat is, by the way, Nishat means happiness. And I'm always smiling. And I remember my mom who said that she kept my name, that I would always give smiles to people. So I said, this will be, I'm giving good food with smiles to people. So let's keep it Nishat's Kitchen. And once Nishat's Kitchen was launched, I am very lucky that my local neighbors and my friends in the neighborhood I live started giving me orders, and companies started approaching me for events. So I started small scale, but it took a lot of work and confidence and courage to build up to clienteles of 100, 150 people when you're just cooking for 10 to 15 people. And everything had to be arranged, the packaging, the delivery, how you're going to keep the food hot, safe, so it's not, anybody cannot get sick, or you'll be in trouble. So a lot of detail. And I somehow managed. I hired a few of helpers of my local girls, and we did a great job doing that. And I was getting more and more of those kind of events. But there was one thing missing. I wanted to teach how to cook, because I love to teach people how to cook and have fun with that. And as I was thinking about it, I was again very fortunate that Whole Foods approached me, and they asked me to come and talk to them about giving tastings to Whole Foods, introducing Indian food. And I really got so excited. That was my dream. I always wanted to, be at Whole Foods giving a cooking lesson and enjoying, using organic products. So I started giving classes at Whole Foods. My classes grew from 5 people to 25 people to
Wow.
30 people, and I would give it every week and create a new menu and using organic products. So also non-vegetarian and vegetarian, gluten-free, kind of cater to all the different needs a person has. So if they come to a cooking class, they are not saying, oh, I don't eat, meat. And so you have a non-vegetarian option. And the classes were great. I enjoyed myself. I did the tastings. I also gave classes personally to other events, created events. And I think by the time that COVID came, we took a break. I also, at the same time, this is a year before COVID, was asked by General Mills to come and sort of arrange demos at Whole Foods using their products, and which was very interesting because they have a variety of products and which are all organic, mostly are gluten free, some are not. And they said that if you would do demos there and sort of educate the people about the products, and that was very interesting as well, because people are very, wherever there's free food there's people, but there are some people who what they're buying they need to know.
Yeah.
um, they don't read the labels and they need to know. So you have 10 people standing there and 5 people cannot have sugar, and you have to tell them there's sugar in it or the salt intake
Mhm.
is high. And
Right.
so you have to educate yourself in order to educate the people who are buying it. And I think they appreciate that because you're selling a product. You're just not like, okay, come on, take all the products. You want them to come back and you want them to come to the store to see what they are carrying. So I really enjoyed myself doing that as well. So right now, because of COVID, it's a little slow, which is okay. It's time to sort of create more and have some new ideas going
Yes.
for after COVID when we're all done, to definitely give more cooking classes and maybe also do more catering events on a larger scale. You
Yes,
know,
I absolutely love your story, Nishat. And I did not know that Nishat meant, you said
happiness.
happiness?
Yes,
And,
yes,
and when you said, that your mother said that that you have the biggest, most beautiful smile.
yes.
And that is so true, Nishat. You
Yes.
always light up a room when you enter and you're always
Thank you.
smiling big time. So warm and welcoming. I think that's one of the things that I love about you. Um, and your story is very inspiring. And that is why I invited you to be one of our speakers on our panel for International Women's Day Celebration Week, because you are an inspiration. And,
Thank you so
and
much.
really in how you took your passion and you created a business through your
Right,
passion,
right,
and I think that is inspiring. I think so many, women out there, um, lack that confidence or that
right,
belief, and or maybe they don't have the support system, but
right.
they have an idea, a concept, or
Yes,
something that they love to do.
right.
um,
And
but
it's very important to empower the woman
yes.
because belonging to this organization, Empowered Women International, which is, I'm still a member and I was a mentor there and also a student. I've met many women who have come up to me and say, you know what, we know how to bake, but that's all we can do. And I've helped them, I've shown them the golden light, like, you have to make samples, you have to take them places, even if you have to leave them at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and you make sure you have your licenses. And there are one or two ladies who are already providing at local bakeries because of that. And they really need that help because they do not have the resources and the education, but they
Right.
do have the talent. So, for us to be there to mentor someone, to share what, I actually know and I can share with them to help them grow a business, I think it's a great idea because there's so many talented women out there. I'm sure that I need of our help. I think I lost your voice. Can you hear
Oh,
me? Oh,
yes, you
for a
did.
second, I think. Yeah, it's
Thank you
okay.
for saying, hey, Carol, I lost your voice. So, but yeah, I love your story, and I thought you would be just wonderful to highlight and showcase here, because of the work that you have done mentoring other women who aspire to start a
Right.
business. They have their natural talents and abilities, or
Right.
special, unique, whether it's products, goods, or services, but they just don't know how to get started. And you've been
Yes.
through the process, right? And
Right.
you've been down that journey. You have the
Yes.
experience, the background, years of experience, and
Right.
you created a very successful business with Nishat's Kitchen. And
Thank
so
you.
you have so much value to give and to mentor. And I just love that about you, Nishat. So thank you for the hard work and your
You're welcome.
dedication to helping other women, empower other women through the Women's Empowerment Organization. I cannot wait to learn more about the organization
Of
because
course. Yes.
yeah, it is so in line with what I do here at Beautiful Faces Going Places,
Oh,
Women's Success
yes.
Network, and just creating the programs and connecting actually, through
Yes.
education, information, and resources to help other women around the world grow,
Exactly.
really grow personally and professionally. And yeah, so I just think you are amazing and wanted to highlight you, spotlight you. I wanted everyone to have an opportunity to meet you, and just consider myself very lucky that our paths
Right.
have crossed in Rome, Italy. And it is a very special friendship. I always say expat friends are lifetime friends.
I
And
agree. Yes.
yes, and there's something special and unique, and I don't know what or why, if it's because, we're kind of thrown into a new country maybe, and
Yes.
we have that, longing for connectivity, or and experiencing something unique and different that
Right.
we
Right.
wouldn't experience if we were back home. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And we are lucky to have the connections. Like, I pretty much am connected to all my friends from Rome and other countries through Facebook and Instagram. And also, like, it's a small world. Like when I went to visit Vicky in Florida, and we know her from Rome, and you do too.
yes,
She invited the friend she invited for dinner that I was cooking dinner for is a woman called Simone Trot, and she was from Rome. And her husband knew my husband, but we met in Florida after all
wow,
these years. So, there is a way to connect.
yes,
And there's one more thing I would like to say about Empowered Women Program. I will share the information for you and send it to you, but also it's just not cooking and baking. It is women from other talents. There's a woman from Africa who's moved here who makes yoga bags. And she did not have the resources. She just told me, Nishat, I don't know what to do with these yoga bags. And they're beautiful, handmade. And I took them to a couple of gyms for her, and she got so many orders, and nobody knows. I had to put her name is Miriam, and now she's like telling me, oh my god, I don't have the I don't have that kind of quantity to provide the gyms, but I feel so good. Or a
yeah,
woman who sews, or a woman who makes flowers. It's just sharing some general knowledge with them. What can you do with that, where to go, because these are women who really are limited to resources. And
right,
that's why we mentor them, and we sort of help them. It's all nonprofit, and we help them that, to get them the right sources, to get them the right education for their talent. And there are so many talented women. I'm just amazed, that in one meeting we can have like from head to toe. You'll have a jewelry maker, you'll have a
yeah,
person who can sew clothes, make handbags and yoga bags, cook and bake, and you have the flowers. I think you have everything. You can have everything. It's just getting
absolutely.
the information out there to help these
Exactly.
women. Yeah.
Right, right, exactly. I think that is what I absolutely love about you, and you're so in alignment with me, and just I don't know. I just am excited to have you to celebrate with us for International Women's Day Celebration Week. And you're absolutely right. It doesn't cost anything
Exactly.
to share information, to
Exactly.
collaborate, to help one another. I always say there are 7+ billion people around the world,
Of course.
And there is so much opportunity for everyone. And I don't
Right.
believe in competition. I really don't. I always say, if I do catch myself comparing, I just say, put your blinders on, uh,
Right.
create your value, share it with the world, and do your thing,
Right.
and there's just so much goodness out there in the world if we just embrace one another, lock arms.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So this has been amazing, Nishat. I cannot wait to share the stage with you at International Women's Day Celebration Week coming up
Thank you
here.
so much. I'm
I,
looking forward, really.
I
I
am
am.
too. Yeah,
So thank you so much for having me and also having me as a, panel, to share, be on a panel as a guest with
absolutely.
other talented women,
Absolutely.
and you yourself.
Well, thank you so much, Nisha. I think you are on day 3, if I recall.
Okay.
Um, and I'm just excited because let me see if I find my little cheat sheet here. Let's see here. Day 3 is actually, let's see here. Give me a second. No, you are actually, I'm not sure. I have Oh my goodness, I can't believe I don't have it handy here. Anyways, I think the topic of discussion for that day is transformation and
Exactly.
and how you went through a transformation in your life and became stronger from that transformation. So I'm excited to hear your insights or perspective on that. We're also going to learn from another 4 international women as well, because life is a journey and
Of
we're
course.
all hit with challenges, and the key is, how do we respond, how do we react, and that we do have the choice to move forward and beyond our
Exactly.
circumstances. So
Right.
you are such an inspiration, Nisha. I thank you so much for joining us here today. We cannot wait to have you next week as part of our celebration week. And I just want to state for our viewers here that our event is listed on Eventbrite. It's also on our website at beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. And you can take a look at our speakers, our panelists, and our daily topics that we're going to be discussing. Every day, it's about a 30-minute panel presentation with 5 international speakers from around the world. And these women are doing amazing, amazing work, impacting their local communities and their families' lives. And then we're also going to do a round of networking because I really, truly want to help women connect with one another. I always say you never know who you're going to meet in our Zoom rooms. And I'm just so excited that we have technology at our fingertips to learn and grow and connect with one another. It's just amazing. So Nishat, thank you so much,
Yes.
my dear.
Thank you so much, Carol. It was my pleasure. And I really enjoyed being here. And thank you again, to have me to talk with you. We had a great conversation, and I'm looking forward to the big day
I am too. Well, we
next
will
week.
see
Yeah,
you next week. This has just been a sheer joy to reconnect with you after these years. It's so wonderful to see
sure.
your beautiful face online. And
Thank you
I
so much.
cannot wait to celebrate International Women's Day with you. Thank you so much, Nishat.
Thank you again,
Take
Carol.
care and
Take
ciao,
care.
Bella.
Ciao, Bella. Okay.